Hi, everybody. I wanted to welcome you all back to the 2021 school year. I hope you enjoyed my video. I certainly had fun making it. I want to start with an activity that I do with my students in reading class when we introduce poetry. I know Sean Simpson would probably tell me not to read off the paper, but I want to get this speech right. She loved the sound of the wind in the trees. This is a line of text that I use with my students when I introduce poetry. I demonstrate different line breaks and play with how the same 10 words placed differently on the page can communicate a slightly different message. If you can, picture the words looking more like a column on the page instead of the words running across the page like a sentence. Picture the word loved sitting by itself on its own line. That shifts the reading and the emphasis of the poem. I love this lesson because it's new to the kids and they like to experiment with words. And they think it's easy because there's no wrong answer. Just like a slight shift in word placement and line breaks, a slight shift in thinking can make all the difference. As teachers, we're going to need to use this ability to shift our thinking because it's something we can control. Our world is changing at such a rapid pace and much of this is out of our control. Do you sometimes get reminders on your phone of pictures that were taken a year ago? Pop-ups with a cheerful message like, remember this? And it hits you that just 1 year ago, our world was so very different and we were naive to what was headed our way. We didn't know that a family get-together was a luxury, or freely buying toilet paper, or being able to find even one container of Clorox wipes. Teachers have always had to adapt. We know what it's like to have the best laid plans, then something obliterates them, and we must shift at a moment's notice. It's in our DNA. So while this upheaval of normality has been difficult, we've actually been training for this moment all of our teaching lives. We have an opportunity in front of us. Things have fallen apart, but ask yourself, what has remained despite the chaos? We all longed for relationships and connections while learning. Let yourself envision education the way that it could be, with these enduring truths guiding the way as we rebuild. I know we as teachers and society have the ability and strength because we have all been pushed to our limits in the past months, but you're still here. That pain and difficulty built your strength and resolve, and it forced you to be innovative. Now imagine every teacher across your district, your state, your nation, and the world doing the same. Think of that collective amount of improvement and innovation. It's not quantifiable. It's abstract. So we must remember it and draw upon it and use it. And what about our students? How will they handle all of this change? Well, we were already teaching our students how to handle adversity, whether through reading about it, critical thinking, evaluating sources, thinking outside the box, problem solving, or even working collaboratively. Students have the skills that they need to weather this storm, and they, along with everybody, must dig deep and call upon these skills in the coming months. This generation of students is bright, empathetic, resilient, and creative. This is exactly what we need right now. Our schools are a microcosm of society, so let me share some unscientific data that I've collected. In my school alone, I know the teachers are regularly doing hands-on labs in science and creating cross-content inquiry units. Teachers come in early and stay late, even though they have children of their own at home. Teachers in my school give up their time to support student-developed service projects so kids can carry out an idea in reality. If that's happening in my school, then I can extrapolate that it's happening in other schools, in my own district, in my state, and in my country. Teachers are doing amazing things and students are rising to the challenge. I know it, I see it. I urge teachers, students, and parents to share those amazing things. Reverse the misguided and ingrained culture of not sharing our successes. I'm guilty of it too. Stop and shift your thinking slightly. Do not think of it as bragging. Think of it as inviting. We need to invite parents and communities to join us in this rewarding and irreplaceable component of American life. Our schools and all the people that inhabit them and support them are the lifeblood of America. And let us never forget this lesson and treat them as such. And finally, I would like to end with some words of wisdom that come directly from my TMS family. At the beginning of the school shutdown, I was kind of reeling and I wanted to make sense of it all. And I thought, doing something fun and lighthearted would help me. And so I sent out a Google form survey to my coworkers, asking them to respond to some questions that were serious and some that were goofy and fun. And it was so much fun to check in with the results and the responses. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you right now. One of the questions was, when this is all over, who wants to go to Wooden Tap? And the options were, for sure, I'm all over it. You know it, all caps. I will bring my baby to the bar if need be and make the reservation now. And I have to say it's a pretty even breakdown, including I will bring my baby to the bar if need be. So that was funny. But I ended the survey with words of wisdom for anyone struggling right now. And my coworkers came through big time on that. And let me share a couple of those with you. Someday we'll all look back on this and it will all seem funny. Probably not yet, but I agree. We are so much more resilient than we ever give ourselves credit for. Sometimes we are tested not to show our weakness, but to discover our strength. Unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. From Maddie Stepanek. Follow health department recommendations with fidelity, and this too shall pass. This is a blessing in disguise. We might not see it right now, but we will realize it when it's all over. Keep your heads up. We will be stronger in the end. These are the times that try men's souls. Thomas Paine. Just do your best and make sure you don't leave your video conference call going when you bring your phone into the bathroom. Just keep swimming. Look up some corny jokes, share them, and enjoy the music of others laughing out loud. Here's another one. This morning, I sent an email out to about 15 parents and ended it with the following. Please get back to me ASAP as possible. No joke. Just remember, we're human and we're all doing the best we can because that is what educators do. Miss you guys. Feel whatever you're feeling. Give yourself grace and patience in those moments because where there is darkness, there is also light. Even in the darkest moments, there soon will be lighter ones to come. Reach out if you're struggling with FaceTime, Skype, Hangouts. There are so many ways of feeling the comfort and warmth of friendship while staying healthy and safe. If you're going through hell, keep going. Churchill. Some of the greatest ideas, technologies, and inventions have been the result of disaster we can overcome in ways we never thought of before. And I'll close with this last one. We have one amazing team, and we can get through this. And I wish you guys the very best year. There's no doubt it will be challenging. It will be weird. It will be frustrating at times. Lean on your coworkers because we really are a great team. Thanks.